In tonight with the latest on an officer-involved shooting in Nogales. A man died as a result of the shooting this afternoon, but that officer was unharmed. It all happened in the 600th block of Western Avenue around 12:30. A 13 News reporter Renee Romo went to Nogales to learn more about this ongoing investigation. Renee, what's the latest tonight?
Well, Ashley, despite this incident happening hours ago, this scene is still very active as the Arizona Department of Public Safety took over the investigation just a couple of hours ago. Nogales Police Department Chief Carlos Jimenez told me earlier this morning his officers were given the description of a man who allegedly broke into a business in the town and were told to be on the lookout. It was as one of Jimenez's officers was driving along Western Avenue that he spotted someone who matched the description.
This incident happened right in the middle of the roadway. As the officer was approaching, the male started walking towards him, and the officer backed up and it carried onto the street, and that's where the incident occurred.
Jimenez went on to say the man allegedly became agitated and somewhat combative and unwilling to cooperate. Despite attempts from the officer to speak with the man, Jimenez said the man drew a knife from his waistband and started to come toward the officer. Eventually, Jimenez said the officer unholstered his firearm, but said the man did not listen to the officer's orders, which is when the officer shot and hit the man. The officer immediately requested backup, and Nogales Fire Department took the man to Carondelet Holy Cross Hospital, where he later died.
Obviously, he was taken from the scene, and he's being put on administrative leave until further notice as far as the investigation continues, and have to meet a couple of requirements once they are able to come back to full duty.
With AZDPS now taking charge of the investigation, Jimenez said there's not an exact timeline of how long this portion of Western Ave will be closed.
It's safe to say that they'll probably end up staying into the early morning hours once they're able to conclude their investigation and open up the roadway.
Now, with this stretch of the avenue still being closed, any and all residents from within the area are having to park outside of the scene and walk to and from their cars. Live in Nogales, Renee Romo, 13 News.